every people. It's time for another session of Shattered Wilds. I'm still not over my new DM nervousness, but luckily I have these guys to make it worse.
I was just about to say.
We try.
You willingly selected some of the most chaotic people you know. It's like, this is on your head.
Well, to be fair, that's 90% of my friend base.
Let's see, we
So
got
like
you didn't select the 10%.
we got the fiery 10%. Joker, we got his wife, that's bad enough. Then you get the demon, you got the other demon, that's a deer. Yeah, you got the...
That's spoilers! That's a spoiler in there! That video isn't out yet!
Oh.
I don't know when this recording will go up, but the video isn't out yet!
Okay, cut that out.
Bliss. Bliss.
Come back to Earth, Bliss.
Okay.
It's not time to be hyperactive dragon yet.
Oh, y'all are no fun.
I am the funnest fun that ever fundamentally funded.
God, why?
Why?
I lost what I was gonna say. That happened. This is happening. Someone help me.
And episode 2.
Session 2.
Session 2.
Anyway, shall we get started?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
If we gotta do that, let's do this!
In our last session, all Fae members of the party awoke to find themselves the prisoners of a cult. The cult's leader, a Karn, intended to sacrifice them to open a gateway to a grand power. But one of the cult's members, Simon, could not stomach this plan and, with the help of his friend Iris, set about trying to free them. A Karn was still successful, but the power he sought lashed out at all present, scattering them to the winds. After the party found their way to a town and slept for a night, they awoke to find Simon transformed by the very power that a Karn sought to tame. In order to find a way to help him, the innkeeper Tina pointed them towards Mistwood, where Fae were said to reside. There, they again met a Karn, who himself was suffering the effects of the magical backlash. They fought him, but he was chased off by the appearance of a grand fairy, who introduced herself as Titania. And it is here that our story continues. All right, everyone. Titania has led you all to a part of the forest that was deeply concealed and into a throne room. Once inside, Hoopla, you see two very familiar people, one of whom immediately flies over excitedly. Hoopla! Hoopla, is that you? Is that really you? Where have you been?
Fuck! Ah! Hoopla just jumps into his arms.
Yeah, Hoopla,
Simon's.
I missed you.
Yeah, Simon sees them flying around him, and he just kind of backs. It's like, whoa!
Whoa, it's like they're in stereo, dudes.
Oh, Pucky, I missed you so muchy!
I missed you too, Hoopla.
Nom 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 nom.
Titania's giggling at the scene.
Is this where you're from, Hoopla?
Oh, yes!
No.
My mistress, Tina, these are my friends. Tina.
Titania!
I know.
I knew I shouldn't have done that.
No, that's Hoopla's nickname to Titania.
Puck, if you could calm yourself. I know you've missed your friend,
but could you please be more quiet?
Out of character, I was not expecting a Sharky to start talking, and I was literally in the middle of drinking water, and I'm like, oh god! Keep going!
But, Master, he's Hoopla.
Huck, please.
Huck just kind of sighs and flies back to his seat.
Yeah, Hoopla flutters down next to Titania and bows their heads respectfully. Hey, sorry, Overrun!
Titania flies over to her own throne and gestures Hoopla to take her own seat.
Hey!
I am feeling very out of my depth right now.
Would any of us know who these are?
I mean, you're all Fae.
Just checking.
I'm basically, I'm assuming Titania is the queen of the summer court, and I'm a fan of the summer court, so I'm like,
yeah, she's queen of the Sealy court.
Yeah, so we all know who she is.
Yeah, and Simon was part of a Fae cult, so he definitely knows who they are, and he's feeling a little
Intimidated?
You can see the neck muscles on him tighten a little.
Just take it easy, bro. Try not to let things get too fishy. Oh wait, we're already way past that.
Simon just looks up, just doesn't even turn his head. He's just looking over out the corner of his eye.
That is the side eye of death. Titania looks at the party and gestures them all forward.
Hyacinth steps forward and bows deeply.
Pan curtsies.
My hair is spot!
Ronan steps forward and gives a 2-fingered salute. Greetings, king and queen dudes!
Hyacinth swats Ronan.
Bata doesn't really know how to react, so he just kind of tilts his head while resting his hands on his lance or glaive.
Simon slowly walks forward and just gets down on a knee.
I blink and I see everyone else, so I move forward and just kind of bow my head like, yes, I'm supposed to do this, yes.
Fenix, come join us as well. You are just as welcome, I'm sure.
Titania looks at Fenix, and you can see her expression change into one of amusement. You may relax. I will not harm you. My husband, I cannot speak for. No, he says that with a very joking tone and is watching for Phoenix's reaction.
Yeah, Phoenix instantly tenses at that.
I can't.
So, out of character, my name is
Hold
Turkey.
on, I can't hear anyone. My connection was lost. The DM lost her connection.
Well, you didn't miss anything.
Okay, I'm back.
So, out of character, I am a Charky, and I am your guest voice for Oberon. So, just to kind of explain that and clear up any confusion.
Okay, back in character, Hoopla quickly gestures to Titania. Titania, I thought I was the one that did the jokes.
Oh, you silly girl. You know that I'm fond of you for a reason, and we get along well for that same reason.
So,
Sorry,
Oberon, Oberon, looks over at Titania and Hoopla and just kind of nods his head and looks at him and says, "It is nice to see you back, Hoopla. Titania has certainly missed you."
Aww! Hoopla bounces over to Oberon and jumps on his lap. You miss me too, right?
Of course. But if you could please take your seat. And Oberon is going to look at the other party members, and he's basically going to motion his hand. Please, step forward.
Hyacinth takes another step forward.
Yes, sir. How close do you want us?
Close enough so that we do not have to yell across a distance, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, come on, guys. They don't bite, except me, maybe.
Bata stands near Hoopla because he is most familiar with Hoopla.
I guess that Phoenix is just so nervous.
Phoenix is walking very stiffly right now. I'm imagining like one of those scared anime walks where his arms and legs are like straight like robots. Pretty much. Like, if I make one wrong move, I will. This will end badly. Don't move, don't say anything.
Yeesh. Your mojo is seriously crushing my mojo, bro.
Shut up!
Puck is kind of staring at Simon. Hey, what are you supposed to be? I don't think I've ever seen a Fae like you before.
Yet Simon closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. That's because I'm not.
Eh?
At least, well, I'm not supposed to be.
But there's all kinds of Fae magic coming off of you.
Not by birth, more by accident. Or curse, we're not sure.
Most likely, curse.
Allow me to take a closer look at you. Puck, please sit down. Yes, Your Majesty.
Hoopla is not interfering. She's just jumping up onto Tanya's shoulder.
Okay. Come here. No, come here. Come here, Simon.
Yeah. Very slowly, like, you could tell his walking is very stiff as he moves closer to Titania.
Right behind you, bro.
Surprisingly, that's not very comforting.
Hyacinth puts her hand on Ronan's shoulder just to keep him where he is.
Yeesh, it's like you guys don't trust me.
I have known you for a while, and I still don't trust you. Not fully, at least.
Titania, Titania puts her hands near Simon's head, and she closes her eyes. Her hands glow for a second, and after a few minutes, she opens her eyes. Interesting. I do not believe that this is something that we can fix. At least not Oberon and myself.
You see Simon's face fall a little at that. But that implies that there's something someone can do, right?
Well, yes and no.
Please,
Okay.
Titania. Please, there's got to be something. He saves our lives, including mine.
Mm-hmm.
Titania smiles at Hoopla and pats her head. Please sit down. This is going to be complicated to explain.
Oh. She bounds back to her chair.
Oberon and I are not supposed to be here. We are not supposed to be on the material plane. We were until quite recently in the Feywild. But now we find ourselves and our entire court in this world. And it seems that the same has happened to the Unseelie court.
Oh.
I think we know how that happened.
There's no need to explain. I'm already aware of what happened. Someone on this plane disturbed the Grand Sealie.
I believe you saw him. Before you arrived in that clearing.
He was the one who got away.
The antlered one?
Yes. And that is the nicest title I will give him.
Agreed.
Not really a fan of the dude.
No.
I see.
He almost
would have
got
needed
us killed.
That explains how. He would have needed a great deal of fey magic to even touch where the Grand Sealy rested.
He used all 6 of us, nearly drained us completely. Perhaps that's why, because we weren't drained completely, perhaps that's why his spell didn't quite go correctly. Simon interrupted the ritual to get us out.
You all were dying. It's what any decent person would have done.
Do I sound bothered by it?
Not gonna
So
lie, it was kind
Oberon-
of tingly after a while.
So Oberon, kind of in a thinking mood, like he has one hand on his chin as he's kind of speaking out loud. Perhaps this antlered one's meddling is what has caused recent events and what has banished us from the Feywilds.
Recent events? There are more?
Things are complicated.
How complicated?
My dear, perhaps we should show them. Okay.
Ooh?
Titania waves a hand, and a gateway of wind appears. Then Oberon waves his hand, and the gateway fills with magic.
That looks cool.
Been there, done that at least twice, dudes.
We can open a gateway to the Feywilds quite easily, but we cannot pass through it. There is something preventing us from returning home. And beyond that, all Fey magic has been removed from the Feywilds. Look through the gateway.
All right.
Simon tries to get a little closer.
Yeah, Hoopla does the same.
Bata cautiously
Hyacinth.
walks forward.
Hyacinth stands in the back since she's a tall bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoopla jumps
She's
on
the
Bata's
bean.
head.
I'm looking in between Ronan's legs. Ooh.
It's
Hyacinth's
Hi.
eyes just widen at the condition of the trees. This
It's
is quite
more-
frightening for her.
It's more barren than I remember.
oh gods.
Our home!
Trees. I can't feel them. I can't feel their spirits.
This
What
is
happened?
This is Mumbo heavy, dudes.
What?
I've never been here, but I'm getting the impression that this is not how it's supposed to look.
Hyacinth
sure.
turns to Tanya. What happened?
The Grand Sealy and their fury. When they were awoken from their slumber by that man, I must assume that your presence caused them to assume that the Fae were cooperating with them. And the Grand Sealy, the most ancient of our kind, they are not ones to anger. They will punish on a grand scale. And for that reason, we have all been removed from our home.
Oberon looking to the party as they're kind of watching on in horror. As you can see, all Fae, all magic has been banished by the Grand Sealy. And without magic to sustain its life, the Feywilds are doomed to decay.
We have to fix this. I have to fix this.
We must fix this.
Yes.
It is not all your fault.
Sorry, it's just... the guilt is eating a little bit at me.
Tanya's eyes fall to Simon. I suspect that this will also help you directly. The magic I sense in you is powerful. Power beyond what Oberon and myself are capable of. I believe that it came directly from the Grand Sealy. So perhaps it will be they who can undo what has been done to you.
Maybe. That... Why am I like this? It's like... Why have I not turned more fairy-like? Why am I... He starts rubbing at his fins on his arms and ears. It's like, why this?
You said you were seafaring, weren't you? Perhaps it looked into your true nature and saw what would best fit you.
I am not attempting to breathe underwater. No.
Well, I mean, you'll know if you'll...
Sorry, go ahead.
You'll know if you fail immediately, at least.
Thanks for that.
Titania looks at Simon. I don't see why you cannot try, but that is your choice to make. For now, I must beseech you all. We need the Grand Sealy found. Oberon and myself must see to our court. As you can imagine, so many of us being expelled all at once has caused some disruption.
Yes.
Hyacinth kneels down and puts her hand on her chest. We will do what we can to help our court.
As long as it doesn't interfere with my other mission, not Mistress Titania and not Master Oberon, I will help as much as I can.
Bata shrugs and says, well, I suppose that's what my dad would want me to do. So he kneels down too.
Oh, that's so cute.
May I ask a question?
Of course.
You said
That's not a question.
You said that both Sealy courts are here. That means the Unsealy court is here, and are they angry with you for this?
I cannot know if they are angry with us specifically, but I cannot imagine that they are pleased.
I apologize. I was born here on this plane. I've never been to the Feywild. What exactly is the difference between the Sealy and the Unsealy court? I've spent most of my time amongst humans. I honestly do not know.
As there is light, there is darkness. One cannot exist without the other.
Zan, y'all.
I see. All right. That makes sense. Thank you.
Titania looks down at Hoopla. My dear.
Hoopla's sad.
Titania picks up Hoopla and gently pets her head. My dear, I must ask you to go with them.
I was worried you wouldn't let me. But I don't want to leave you either.
Don't worry. Titania gives Hoopla a kiss on the forehead, and you kind of feel your head tingle for a moment, but it passes quickly. We are always together, my dear Hoopla.
I'll do whatever I can to help you. And our world. I miss my friends over there, and I hope they're okay over here. And I will help my new friends here. I want everyone to be happy again.
That's so precious, dude.
Spreading joy is what you do best.
I try. Hoopla kisses her on the cheek and then immediately jumps into Bata's arms.
Hugs Hoopla, but also, again, Bata's under the impression that is still under the impression that like this is something his dad would either do or want him to do. So he shrugs and goes along with it. Plus, you're the only people he knows, and he has grown a bit attached to you.
Aww.
So it's like, oh, I've sort of grown attached to this a lot. I figured Dad would want me to do it, so here I am.
So
He's
a weird one.
Oberon, kind of standing in front of them, he's looking to the party and he says to them, "Seeking out the Grand Sealy is not going to be an easy task, far from it. They have been scattered, and from what I can understand, they are unfocused. I am not sure what has provoked this, but more so than likely it is a product of this man and his gross experiments."
I agree. But how are we to convince them that we did not want to take part in it? If they punished Faye because they thought we were the perpetrators, because our magic was used, then what on earth could we say that would show them the truth?
Each Grand Sealy has a different temperament. I can only hope that you will find ones that are more easily convinced of benign intent. And once you begin to convince one, the others will begin to believe more easily.
All right.
Where do we start?
I sense that there are Grand Sealy near us or further from us, and some further from us. I cannot know where exactly they are. But for now, I would suggest you return to where you began. You all look quite haggard after that battle.
Yes, I think we've seen better days.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm as fit as a... She may have a point.
Puck flies over to Ronan. You're weird.
That's what I was thinking.
Titania looks at Oberon. We should return them to the village.
Agreed.
Simon Connolly pulls up his hood.
Please take care. English. Your task will be a difficult one. Stay strong and be cautious.
Out of character, I'll be right back. 1 sec.
Okay. Titania and Oberon raise their hands, and they begin to glow, and you find yourselves back on the outskirts of Oakhaven. Or Fake Keep. Sorry.
It's fine.
1, 2, 3.
Are you alright?
Phoenix, you looked a little nervous throughout that... Well, I should be one to talk, but... You're alright.
He raises one. He's sort of bent over. He raises one finger. He's like, "Give me a second." I was holding breath that whole time.
Okay, dude. Walk it off.
Not Master Phoenix. Are you sure you're alright?
Give me a couple of minutes to figure out where my heart went, because I think it started right out of my chest.
Oh, why so nervous? Oberon and Titania are great. They're fun.
Oh my gosh.
use of that cantrip, I swear. Phoenix finally lifts his head a little bit, like, I never want to go there again.
Do you have an issue with not Master Oberon and not Mistress Titania?
It's less of an issue, more of a every cell in my body is telling me to run.
Intimidating presence. I see.
You just need to get to know them better.
Trust me, they don't want to know me better.
Why is that?
Oh,
Hoopa's like
explain
flying in
later.
front of Phoenix and like curiously tilting her head.
Well, I like them so far, but I'm pretty sure they think I'm some kind of airhead.
You're not?
Hyacinth just gives a look to Ronan and just shakes her head.
Sorry, Hoopla, not an airhead. I checked.
Aww.
Well, you do have certain air to you.
Oh, wow.
Aw, and you have gorgeous eyes, dudette. Dude.
Person.
You have never seen it before, but this mask looks like it's glaring at you now.
Eh.
Okay, so are y'all just gonna keep on standing on the outskirts of town?
Yes, everyone. Yeah, we have something to do. We need to make up leeway.
All right.
DM, is it possible for me to use nature to see if I can detect where the first Sealy is?
You better roll a nat 20 to even get a vague idea.
Alright, let's see.
Oh my!
I quit.
I clapped so hard my hands hurt.
Oh my god!
Asking you, show.
How did that happen? That was amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. Thank you. Have a good day.
Alright, so, you kind of feel a little something, but it seems like it's coming from 3 different directions.
Out of character back.
Okay.
You
Nice nat
missed
20,
the
by the
best
way.
thing!
No.
Missed
Bliss filled me in. Nice nat 20, by the way. That's great.
Alright, so does
Since there is a ceiling.
Can't hear you,
nearby.
Josh.
so does anyone know where? So any places where we could start? I mean, we could go to Fake Keep and try and so you can find some find some rumors.
Just gonna ask out of character. What did I miss? Because I had to run away for a moment.
Not
You missed
much,
Phoenix
just
heavy breakdown.
mostly banter. Yeah.
Anyways, Katie, I think you're a little quiet.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
That's
Nah,
a
better.
little better.
There you go.
We're way
Okay.
better now.
I sense there is a ceiling nearby, but it's hard to pinpoint. Though if I were...
No, it doesn't feel nearby. It's you sense 3 different directions, and it's all very faint.
Oh. Well, I said what she said.
Fair enough.
So which directions?
Well, generally the Fae don't like to stay near populated areas, so I say we head towards the forest.
Weren't you just
Before
there?
anyone else could say anything, you hear a scream coming from Fay Keep.
Or we can turn around and figure out where that's coming from.
Time
More
to go play the
immediate,
hero.
more immediate danger first.
Very well. Back to Fae Keep.
Well, crap.
What?
It's a scream. Screams imply screams imply bad things. He's already setting up. He's already walking into Fake Keep.
And Hyacinth follows.
Same.
Okay. Dagnabbit, where did I put this? There it is. Okay, so you enter Faykeep, and you see people kind of running into their houses. A couple of them look at you, and they jump and close their doors.
That does not bode well.
Huh,
Not at all.
feels like home.
Glad
Oh,
to see our reputation precedes us, dudes.
Okay. Okay. Not too far ahead, you see the same woman that you spoke to when you first arrived at Faykeep.
the one who directed us to the inn?
Yeah.
I kind of wave her down. Hello?
Oh, it's you again.
Yes. I run up to her. Is something wrong? What's going on?
You were not with them.
With whom?
There were these strange fey creatures that came wandering into the town.
What do they look
After
like?
you all arrived, people thought that they were simply more lost fey, but then they began killing people.
What do they look like?
It's hard to describe. Some of them had scales and
Did
wings.
any of them
Some
have
of them,
masks?
well, yes.
It's the coldest.
They're just. I think.
Someday, I wish I could be as knowledgeable as you, Felix. But for now, I'm only like 15.
It's a
Some-
logical conclusion. That is all.
They may have. Their intelligence may have degenerated enough. Something seems to be messing with their minds.
Where were they
I
last?
wouldn't
Please.
be surprised.
They wandered towards the village square. Everyone had already gotten wind, and I believe most people were locked away, but I'm concerned about Tina. Never locks the inn no matter what happens.
And that's where we'll head.
Okay, Phoenix's power up is starting to like run. At the mention that Tina might be in trouble.
Alright.
On her teeny little pudgy brownie legs, she follows Phoenix.
Batten down the hatches.
Y'all are
Batten down the hatches. We're between the devil and the deep blue sea right here.
Looks
I
like
told
we're
you
working
were
through
nice.
Hey, he's
I
walking
gotta
over to the
compliment
inn.
you for that one.
Was that a
Okay, so you're all
killer's
heading
reference
for-
to Spaceman?
No, it's sailor talk.
Oh. Yeah, I was
Okay,
very
so-
much
Oh,
into
you
that
already got your
experience.
sea legs.
Okay, so you all hurried to the tavern, and inside, you see this!
Oh!
And, okay, the one behind the bar is being held in, like, a whip, and Tina seems to be choking him out.
Guys, I see dead people.
Not the only
So do
one.
I, dude. There's one over there.
Looks like we
Hello,
were to nothing.
Tina?
Oh, thank the gods, you're all back. I was so worried about you. Tina drops the guy, and he just... Then she hurries over. You're all alright?
Mostly.
Can't say the same for some of the other townfolk.
I'm aware. Okay, these two other people drop the bodies that they just finished off, and they come walking over. Tina, who are these people? That was horrible.
You
I thought it was okay.
died.
Somebody has
Mission
to be the Russian.
We're friends.
Zetstravitina.
It's like
Tina looks.
we're friends.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's like we're friends. We're not violent.
He takes a step towards each of you and is just kind of looking you all over. And he
Hyacinth
pauses
is-
in front of.
Hyacinth just stares down at the small little man.
Man stares up.
He's about 6.5 feet. You're not looking down that much.
I'm still taller than he is.
I
Babe,
approve this.
really? Okay, he pauses in front of Simon, and he tries to take a closer look under the hood.
Leave him be.
You see Simon kind of flinching away a little.
Tina looks over at Simon. It's all right. You can trust him. You can trust both of them.
Simon takes a very deep breath and very slowly lifts off his hood, revealing his fish-like ears.
Both of the men take a surprised step back. And then this one comes right back over to you. You are like some of the ones that we fought off.
Yes,
Why
but
are
without
not
the
attacking us?
that I don't know. But I'm thankful that, you know.
Where are my manners? My name is Sadit Namin. I am a worker over at Windy Oaks Farms. The other man comes forward. Excuse me. What is... my name is Brian Ravenheart. I am the mayor of Fay Keep.
And apparently a sufficient brawler.
I must be able to take care of the people under me, of the people that I am responsible for.
Not saying it was bad, just an observation, not master.
He gives Panne a strange look. Sadit looks at Tina and Ravenheart. Forgive me, but I must go. I must make sure that Micaiah and Minetta are safe. And Tina nods. Go. And please take care of them and yourself. He nods and then he gives a bow to the rest of you. Please
Hold.
Excuse me. Yes.
Hold. I need
Yes?
to see your hands.
Whatever for, small one.
She glares up at him. What do you have to hide?
He raises an eyebrow, then shrugs and holds out his hands to you. You see one gold ring and one silver ring, but they're both just plain bands.
Fine.
Are you looking for something in particular, young miss?
Yes.
Well, I hope
Care
you
to
find
share?
whatever it is. I hope you find whatever it is you are looking for. Please excuse me. And he runs out the door.
Panne, as that is going on, tries to sneak a peek at the mayor's hands.
We're really doing this again, young miss? I seem to recall you checking my hands the last time we bumped into each other.
You can put new things on them. You can take things off.
He holds his hands up. Well, they're still empty.
Excellent.
He raises an eyebrow. And then he looks around at the bar full of dead mutated bodies. If more of these things come, we're in deep trouble. There aren't many capable fighters in this village.
Well, it seems you've just got 7 more. For a time, at least.
Unfortunately, we cannot stay long.
Katie!
What?
Quiet. You're quiet.
Oh.
Well then, because I basically have to put my frickin' mouth on the microphone in order to be heard.
Just bring it
Check
back.
your volume settings.
Yeah, that might be it.
I'll just stay quiet.
No. Just scooch a little bit further, because like if you take it a tiny bit away from the mic, you should be okay.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying?
Don't worry about it.
Tina looks at all of you, and she gives a sigh. We appreciate you being willing to stay and help us, but I get the feeling you won't be able to stay long term. We need a long-term solution to this. Ravenheart kind of looks contemplative. What about Belgate? Belgate?
Evacuate to another city?
No. They would... Ravenheart size. Their mayor would not be so generous as to let a number of refugees of this size in. But he might be generous enough to send us some supplies and some additional guards.
That would be helpful.
The only problem is that I'm concerned about sending anyone to go petition him for aid. And Tina sighs. We finally found. When Sadiq came back, it was to tell us why Belgate's ports are closed. There are rumors of some great thing lurking in the ocean, and they have apparently closed the ports for the safety of their seamen.
Simon perks up at that.
Something in the water.
Yes, but most sightings have been far out, but apparently they're unwilling to chance it at all, and they're still not allowing even our ships to dock there. Luckily, there is an overland route, but it's very much the long way around.
So I'm not going to be able to see my family for a while. Fantastic.
Tina looks over at Simon. I'm sorry.
What?
Ravenheart. Sorry, go ahead.
What must be done unfortunately. You can always send them a letter.
I suppose.
Sometimes it never hurts to get away from family, bruh.
Not this. He kind of lightly taps his face. And I think we have something important to do.
Hold a moment. You said you 7 are capable fighters, and Tina was speaking of you before these things came into the town. I would request your aid.
What do you need us to do?
Probably go to Belgate and get the guards.
He smiles at Panne. Got it in one.
Well...
I will return to my home and write an official letter requesting assistance, and I'll bring it to you in the morning.
In the morning? You don't want us to leave immediately?
It is getting fairly late.
Fair enough.
Tina looks around at just the bodies in the bar. This is going to take me ages to clean up. Oh well.
May I assist you, Tina?
Me too.
Thank you. Please excuse me. I must return and begin preparing that letter.
I am strong. I can move this body.
Okay. Ravenheart leaves.
Yeah. Simon looks over to Bata. Please, be careful with Isaac.
Isaac.
That's his name.
Oh.
Okay, Phoenix
Well,
gonna take one look, then at the body, then at Simon. Would you prefer we bury them somewhere?
Yes.
Tina, do you have a shovel?
I'm sure I can rustle up something from my closet.
Tina, do you mind if I prepare perhaps a meal that while you all are working on this?
That would be appreciated. It would certainly save us some time.
All right.
Ooh, and I can find some pretty flowers.
Would be nice to bury them with flowers. Someone
Heineken, let's get some flowers.
I believe you mean my name, Hyacinth.
That's right, Heineken.
Hyacinth just rolls her eyes. She's not even gonna bother.
And I can prepare a bossa nova eulogy. Just need a couple drinks.
I got a better name for you. I got a better name for you, Hoopla says, and hangs over in front of her face. Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Hyacinth's eyes just widen for a moment as like, was this my life?
Yeah, Simon also looks over to Pan. No alcohol for the satyr. I don't want to come back and see him 3 sheets to the wind.
Hmm.
It's only
Agreed.
2.5 sheets, dude. Get your math right.
I have to sleep next to his room. Please, no alcohol for him.
I don't use alcohol in my cooking except for perhaps a little bit of cooking sherry. You should be fine.
All right.
I'm not picky, brah.
He really isn't. It's true.
Let's go. Hi.
All right. So,
Very
Maybe
well.
I should start calling her that from now on. What do you say? Hi.
Hyacinth just glares down at Rowan. I put up with the dragon. You, on the other hand.
Hey, you chose to put up with me, so who's
I
the
didn't
airhead now?
I didn't choose to put
Oh!
up with you.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay. So this is
The
gonna
only
be a
2 rolls in the
bomb
game
meal.
are both nat 20s.
This is
That
gonna
bodes
Gordon
well
Ramsay
for
the
later.
crowd.
Hyacinth looks at it, Ronan. I didn't put up with you. You just kept coming back.
Because I got literally nowhere else to go, bruh.
I know.
Tina just kind of sighs and keeps on dragging and keeps on. And she you notice she's got this body kind of hefted over her shoulder, and she seems to be gesturing to the rest of you to bring them outside.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna I didn't think of this, so I'm just gonna say y'all took them outside and took care of business.
Yeah, Simon makes sure to, before he leaves, he grabs he starts, taking out his knife and little bit of wood and starts carving their names.
Sorry we're gonna do this to your other friends.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
We did kind of leave a pile of bodies on the road.
I know, it's just... I wanted to do it. But we had to move forward. We're not exactly in a rush here, so... I was hoping to do it.
If you want, we can go back.
You know, I'd actually like that, thank you.
Can't say much for others, but I'll be there.
Okay, Ari, if you made that for real, I would love you.
I know, that sounds freaking
That
delicious.
sounds amazing.
It really does.
Alright.
Oh, that does sound good.
I'm hungry again and I already just ate.
Yep.
Confound you,
Same.
cooking peoples! You and your great British baking-offs!
Well,
Shout out.
Hollywood loves this dish.
All of you take
So-
seats.
Tina comes behind the bar to where you've got the food, and she's helping you serve it.
Nope, she slaps her hands. I am cooking today. You've had enough to do. So I shall serve. You see her put 2 plates on her hands, and she somehow manages to balance a third on her head. You can kind of tell this isn't her first rodeo.
Time out. I need to point out the brownie, the 2.5-foot little person, is doing this.
If you know your
You really don't know anything about brownies, do you?
fairy lore, fairy lore, they are the house cleaners. They sneak into people's houses and clean them and bake food. So, this is
Okay,
what-
Willow had it all wrong then, because I only know brownies by the movie Willow standard. My bad.
Okay, now she's just carrying the bread and the custard and cream. So, all right, everyone dig in. Tina, get over here. Bata, growing boys need their food.
Okay.
Tina raises an eyebrow. She's very not used to being served food.
Yeah, Simon takes a bite and just like his eyes just kind of widen. This is delicious.
Yeah, Hoopla hops on Bata's shoulder and looks at him pleadingly, like begging.
Is there some food?
Yep.
My
Pan-
compliments to the chef, Dudette.
Pan gets a little bit of everything on one plate, cuts it very, 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 very finely, and gives it
Tina managed to go up before you. Fenix is now with 2 plates.
Oh.
Oh,
Am I really that thin looking?
no, I prepared a plate with thinly cut food so that it could possibly fit through your mask so you didn't have to eat alone.
I'd still have to move my mask up to eat.
Alright, then I will just give this one to Hoopla.
I was just about to say that Phoenix looks anorexic, so it would make sense that he gets 2 plates. Thank you, Tina. I'm just gonna hide over here again.
Aww.
Tina sighs and says, "Please forgive him. I believe that he has his reasons for eating alone."
Yeah, Simon just kind of mumbles into his food. I can imagine how that feels.
DM?
No forgiveness necessary. Now go sit down.
DM? Permission to roll a stealth check.
Oh! What are you? Okay, go for it. I want you to whisper to me what you're trying to do, and I'll decide based on that.
Okay, hold on. Wait, that's not you. That's you.
If this is what I think it is.
Tangy, yet robust.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Phoenix, I need you to roll. Hold on a second. I need to double check something. Yeah, I need you to roll perception for me.
Oh! Is it bad that I want it to be bad roll? Okay, where's my perception? There.
It's another nat 20.
Okay!
Is it? Because I don't see it.
That was actually accidental GM roll. It's 9.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay, so, Hoopla manages to slip by Pan. Oh, yeah, Pan, I need you to roll perception as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right here then.
Pan sees Hoopla out of the corner of her eye.
Have you finished your dinner, Hoopla?
Darn it! I have the picture ready to give for Bliss!
Yeah, Hoopla, like, goes like a cat and then runs back to Bata.
Welcome back.
Tina,
Look, nom, 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 nom,
Yes?
nom, nom.
I will not ask again. Go sit down and eat. I have this.
Oh, I will sit and eat. I will sit and eat. I just. Well, not. No, she has a mug in her hand, and you could see her hand was on a tap.
All right. Pan just starts cleaning up the mess she made while cooking.
Okay.
Yeah,
I saw Doug
okay,
Scott
uh-huh.
shot. Can I try again?
You know what? Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay. Hoopla sees Pants distracted and immediately bounds over and gets in.
Okay, don't mind me. That was out of character. Phoenix doesn't notice.
Okay.
And that means I'll have to throw you the. Okay, now Phoenix notices because you're right. Ah!
Okay,
I'll send it to Bliss privately. So
yes, okay.
just give me a second because I need to actually send it.
Oh, okay.
It's a big file. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I tried to rescale. I should have rescaled it.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Ah!
I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, I was just.
Ah!
Just lose it. Ah!
Yeah, halfway loaded. I'm sorry.
Hoopla just wants to be your friend.
Okay,
Ah! I'm not sure
Okay.
Hoopla wants to be my friend after seeing this.
okay, the rest of you see Tina plonked down by the bar, and she has like a pint of ale in her hand, and you see her knock back about half of it without even flinching.
It's sent.
Dude, she's a bra after my own heart.
I'm too young to know exactly what that means, but man, you are thirsty.
Oh my gosh. I've had a long day.
I can see. I drink water like that when it's 4 a.m.
Shout
Okay.
out to Ivan.
Hope you enjoy. Yeah, Phoenix instantly pulls his hood back on. Hoopla! What are you doing?
I just didn't want you to be alone.
Yeah, he's
You seem
He's-
lonely.
scrambling for his mask.
Oh, does Hoopla spot it, or do I need a roll of perception?
I would assume he just put it to the side, so you could see it without rolling a perception.
Okay, Hoopla gently grabs it and lifts it up to him.
Okay, Phoenix instantly puts it back on and just sighs. Hoopla, I appreciate the effort, but I really don't like people seeing my face.
Why?
And his hands are shaking. They're trembling. He can barely hold anything in his hands now.
Hoopla, nuzzles her head under his hands and looks up at him.
Yeah, his ears are currently drooping a little bit.
Aw.
What's wrong? What's wrong? I don't understand. I mean, the mask is a pretty accessory, but it's a shame you're hiding your face behind it.
I don't like my face. Most of my kind don't like our faces, and others
I think it's
don't.
kind of cool. Especially like your teeth. They remind me of mine. She grins, shows him her teeth.
You know, most people don't find that attractive at all.
Well, maybe you just haven't found the right people.
He's still shaking.
Aww. Yeah, Hoopla is just getting comfortable under his hands. I think you're handsome.
That's a first.
I won't say anything if it makes you uncomfortable, though. But for what it's worth, you don't look bad at all.
Please don't tell others what you saw.
What was that?
Please don't tell others what you saw.
I promise I won't. I won't do anything that makes my friends unhappy.
Thanks. Yeah, he's calming down a little bit. He's still shaky, but he's calming down.
I just like to get to know my friends.
Okay.
Sorry.
Tina's okay. Meanwhile, while that's going on, Tina looks at the rest of them. After that, obviously, I'm not going to charge you to stay at the inn again. This was quite unexpected, even if she did say. And her sentence just kind of trails off.
Panne is over by the door, and she sticks her hand in through the doorway, but her other hand is covering her eyes. Not Master Fenix, are you finished with your plate? If so, give it to me, and I will either refill it or wash it.
I'm not quite finished yet.
Alright, I'll be back in a few more minutes. She walks away from the door and then undoes the thing for her eyes.
Yeah, I don't think I want her to see me. She's kind of scary.
Jeez.
She's more scary than you.
I will take that as a compliment.
Oh, very. You're a big teddy bear. I can tell.
He's actually a bit of a dork, so.
No, Hoopla is just nuzzling his big soft hoodie head.
Best bromance.
Hoopla's not a bro.
Don't argue with the DM.
Yes, ma'am. Bromance.
It's guy love, that's all it is. Guy love, he's mine, I'm his.
Tina is looking at all of you. It is getting late. Do you want to go to bed or anything? She just kind of slumps back and drops her mug. Never
Panne
thought I'd
immediately
have... Go ahead.
Panne immediately dashes over to grab the mug, and as you see her hands leave it, Tina already sees that the counter is completely spotless.
I've heard brownies were efficient, but seeing you in action is something else.
You get used to it after a few decades.
I never thought I would have to do this again.
Again, has this sort of thing happened before?
Well, not this exactly. I did tell you all I used to be an adventurer. Those weapons were in my closet for a reason.
True, but you've had to put up 7 Fae refugees, as best as I can describe us.
I meant I never thought I would have to fight monsters again. I suppose I could have been clearer. My apologies.
Yeah, you see Simon bristle at that.
Is something wrong, Simon?
I would prefer you not refer to old friends as monsters.
No, her face falls. I'm sorry.
Speaking of which, Fenix offered to do something with me, and I'm going to take him up on that offer. So, everyone else can go to bed. We got something to do.
I don't go to bed until everyone else has, but I'll be staying here if you need me.
Thank you. So Simon moves over and just kind of gives a light tap. It's like, Fenix, you in there?
Yep, and I'm about ready. And then he whispers to Hoopla. Okay, you wanna hide in the hood?
Hide in the hood. Yeah.
Okay. Hoopla is gonna hide in Phoenix's hood.
I'm whooping the hood.
Y'all.
It's too easy. It's just too easy.
That is freaking funny.
You ready?
Pan just takes his plate and says, "Have a good time, boys."
You ready then?
We'll try. Not entirely. Yes, we're ready.
And little Hoopla was up to no good. Started making trouble in Phoenix's hood.
No.
I stole one little crumb and they got real scared. Okay, hold on.
You are going to stop.
The fresh dragon of Heir.
Let me check something right quick.
All right. So, I suppose Simon and Fenix leave the inn before he leaves. Simon says, "We'll be back as soon as we can."
Is Hoopla gonna tag along?
Apparently, Simon's not aware that Hoopla's there.
I'm asking for Bliss.
Yeah, I'm tagging along. I'm hiding out.
Hey, aren't we missing a little dragon dudette?
Leave her be. She's small, we could easily lose her.